Continuing my Doctor Who villain tread, today I'm going to be talking about the Crispy Master or the Decayed Master. Of all the incarnations of the Master I've covered so far, this is probably one of the least talked about. He only appeared twice on television, and each appearance was played by a different actor. Peter Pratt first portrayed him in The Deadly Assassin, before Geoffrey Beevers took over the role in The Keeper of Traken. Despite their limited screen time, both actors did a fantastic job. This incarnation is unique because he already used up all of his regenerations. His body had decayed to the point where he was little more than a walking corpse, desperately searching for a way to survive. Thankfully, Big Finish saw a lot of potential in this version of the Master. For a long time, they couldn't use many of the later incarnations of the Master, so Geoffrey Beevers became the main version of the Master. That ended up being one of the best things that could have happened because it allowed Big Finish to develop him. His first major audio appearance was Dust Breeding. While I don't think it's one of Big Finish's stronger stories, it immediately showed why Geoffrey Beevers was perfect for the role. He has such an authoritative voice. Unlike some other incarnations of the Master, Geoffrey Beevers never has to raise his voice to feel threatening. He's calm, patient, and completely in control of every conversation. That quiet confidence makes him incredibly intimidating. But the story that really defines this incarnation is Master. This is one of my favorite Master stories because it completely changes the way you look at the relationship between the Doctor and the Master. For most of the story, Geoffrey Beevers gets to play a more sympathetic version of the character. We see glimpses of the man the Master might have been before his obsession with power consumed him. His performance is genuinely heartbreaking, but that's what makes the ending so effective, because no matter how sympathetic he becomes, he's still the Master. He can't escape who he is. After that, Big Finish continued building this incarnation through stories like The Obsidian Adventure, Requiem for the Rocket Man, Deathmatch, and The Light at the End. One thing I really love about these stories is how much depth they give him. He's very similar to Roger Delgado's Master. He's charming, he's polite, he's intelligent, but underneath all that is an incredible amount of arrogance. He believes he's superior to everyone else and deserves to rule the universe. What makes this incarnation different, though, is his physical condition. He's constantly in pain, his body is falling apart, and it's often suggested that part of the reason he enjoys making other people suffer is that he wants everyone else to experience the same pain he lives every single day. That makes a surprisingly tragic villain. I also love his chemistry with Tom Baker's Fourth Doctor. Their relationship feels very similar to the Third Doctor and Delgado's Master. There's still a sense that these two characters know each other incredibly well, even if now they find themselves on opposite sides. One of my favorite stories featuring this incarnation is The Two Masters. The story brings the Crispy Master and the Reborn Master as they face the Seventh Doctor. Not only is it a fantastic multi-master story, but it finally answers one of the biggest questions surrounding this incarnation by explaining how the Master became burned and disfigured in the first place. Geoffrey Beevers continued to play the role in stories like I Am the Master, a fantastic short trip that he wrote himself. Then there's Masterful. Honestly, I think this is one of Geoffrey Beevers' best performances. The story lets us see a side of the Master we almost never got to see. For a short time, he falls in love, settles down, and actually begins living a normal life. It's surprisingly touching. Of course, because this is the Master, another incarnation of himself eventually destroys that happiness, ensuring he can never escape the life he's chosen. It's a tragic reminder that the Master's greatest enemy has always been himself. He also appears in The Last Adventure, Part 1 and 2, where he spends most of the story manipulating everyone around him. Whether he's talking to the Doctor or trying to outsmart his enemies, Jeffrey Beavers plays the Master with such confidence that every scene he's in becomes entertaining. Recently, Big Finish has brought him back for Dark Gallifrey. I've not had a chance to listen to the recent Dark Gallifrey Decayed Master stories yet, but I've heard a lot of positive things about them. And honestly, if Jeffrey Beavers is playing the Master, I'm always intrigued. When most Doctor Who fans think of the Crispy Master, they probably think of the decaying villain from The Deadly Assassin. But when I think of this incarnation, I think of Jeffrey Beavers' incredible performance. Big Finish took a version of the Master who only appeared twice on television and transformed him into one of the most tragic and fascinating incarnations of the character. And honestly, I think that's one of Big Finish's greatest achievements.